Hi, my name's Ishmael Naylor and this is my property journey. So, I'm going back to a while ago when I did the DFE in November because I haven't documented it yet. It's now February and back in this DFE in November. So what happened there was it was sort of a little bit like the crash course that Samuel Leeds does, and it was quite interesting. They had quite a lot of information, as they do with the crash course. Now, there wasn't a huge amount of extra information, which you would have thought you would get from a £2,000 plus course, but from what I've heard from other people, this is quite similar to most training programs. They do not actually give you the information you expect, and they always go and sell you extra. So, this is exactly what they did. They did give us information of how to find properties, but they also go through that at the crash courses. So they went a little bit more into depth of how to find properties and into different strategies, such as at the crash course I only did HMOs and single lets, whereas they went into rent-to-rent deals as well, and a bit more into they went into lease option agreements as well, how to source them. He also brought in his solicitor, so we had a chance to ask a lot of questions. So there was a lot of people asking very simple questions, which you expect because a lot of the people there didn't have a clue about property. But the people who know a little bit more because they've done background research, like me, did not really get a huge amount out of the Q&A. We got a few little pointers. To be honest, I can't exactly give you all the pointers or exactly what they were because it's been a while, but I do know that we did get some pointers and it was a useful session. This basically went on throughout the 3 days. We had various courses, people coming, motivational speakers. As with a lot, it's very good, but what they do is they tell us about their background story, which is inspirational, it's motivational, it keeps you excited, it keeps you on your toes, it keeps you interested, and it keeps you motivated. And as they say, you have to stay motivated and awake to learn properly, otherwise you will just forget, because if you've got no emotion attached to it, you will not remember anything. So you always have to do everything you want to remember with emotion and with passion. So yes, they do a lot of talking about various things. They do a lot of clapping, they do a lot of dancing, they do a lot of jumping around, but they also do practical things. Obviously we had a chance to do all the activities, find the various deals in each break, go through the calculations, contact agents, book viewings, as you would always do on crash course, but obviously a few more breaks, a few more interactions, and now they could cut the course down quite a lot if they removed all of this content and made it less practical. But if it was less practical, then it wouldn't be implementation, which is the biggest thing, because a lot of people go to these courses and they fail to implement exactly what they have learned. So this is where these courses stand out from some. Personally, I haven't been on any other courses, so I cannot review it based on other courses. I can only review it based on what I've been told about other courses. Now, I know that the courses that I have been on, which were not property related, have always been talking, like presentation, you know, all the boring stuff. Nothing really that you want to learn, nothing really that you, nothing that you want to learn, nothing really that motivates you to learn. And so this is exactly how the courses normally run. With property, I don't know if it's the same. I've been told it isn't, but I've been told it is not the same as this property course, the DFE. So I've been told that most property courses are quite presentation, and there are a few with hands-on, but nothing with jumping around, dancing and clapping and energy in a room, which also keeps you motivated, keeps you active, keeps you networking. So I did a lot of networking for the first time at the DFE. I was quite nervous, to say the least. I've never been a person to walk up to people. Due to my home educated background, I was not in big social groups. I was not really in social situations a lot, so I'm quite, I suppose as you could say, antisocial. I like socialising with small groups, but I just never know how to walk up to people and present myself or start talking or to get involved in a conversation. So when it's just one or two people I'm talking to, I'm normally quite good at getting involved in conversations, but when you start talking to more people, then I'm not very good at approaching them either way, whether it's 1 or 2 or 5 or 6. So it was quite a bit of a push outside my comfort zone to go forward and start talking to people and networking. I made an effort in every lunch break and every long break where we went away. I took my stuff and I found a new seat to sit next to, and I got to know new people. So I did quite a bit of networking. Got a few good contacts, I have to say. I'm in various WhatsApp groups because of the networking I did, which have been, I would say, priceless. I also went extremely out of my comfort zone. I don't know why, I don't know how, but effectively I lifted my hand up for nominating myself to go and speak on, well, I say speak on stage. I was sort of speaking on stage. I got on stage and in front of about 450 people, and it was extremely nervous. I was extremely nervous. I was also extremely excited, because nerves and excitement are one and the same thing. So I was extremely excited about being on stage, although at the time it didn't feel like it, but it was just the adrenaline pumping through my body that really made me shake. I had to basically run through a lease option script with Samuel Leeds. Now what he goes and does is he gets off stage, he goes into the crowd, and now at some of the events they have low stages. At this one they had a proper stage. It wasn't just a stage they brought with them. So at this event the stage was sort of above waist height, and everyone was sat down at tables, so I was above everyone's head. So it was quite intimidating being the only one up there in front of 500 people sat down at tables, 450 people. And so yeah, it was a well, exciting, exhilarating experience. I enjoyed it, to say the least. Looking back, I am extremely glad I did it, and it really helped me move forwards with my confidence. And now at all the networking events since that event, all the events since that event, I've been doing networking, speaking to different people in every break. That one I didn't really speak to people in breaks. I only spoke to people next to me on tables, and occasionally spoke to people on breaks, but they normally came up to me. But at all the other networking events, I did actually end up speaking to people since. In every single break, I go and try and make it a rule not to speak to the same person that I've spoke to before, unless I have not got their number, in which case I will go and find them again and I will get their number. And but I generally try not to speak to the same person ever again in the same event, because I see that there's hundreds of people in the events and I need to get to know as many as possible, because there could be some that I can help and there could be some that can help me. So that was my review of the DFE. If you like my review and you want to find out more about all the other courses that I'm attending on the Academy, because that's where I signed up to the Academy, right at the end of the DFE. So if you want to know about all the other courses, please click the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon so you get notified of when I release those videos, and like my channel. Comment below to let me know what you think about my videos. If you think that, sorry, this one's a bit shaky because my arm's getting tired. If you think that I could improve somewhat on the videos or in any other way, then please let me know, because I'm always open to learning to become a better person and expand the knowledge and experience I have. So please just comment below. I'll also leave a link to my website in the description below. So subscribe to my channel, click the bell notification icon so you'll get notified of the new videos, and please like my videos.